Hi, my name is Kurt Lammy. I am the pastor at St. Paul Lutheran Church on Dogleg Road in Dayton, Ohio. And I'd like to take a moment today to think with you about what's the relationship between being spiritual and being religious. Maybe you've heard some people say, well, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. Okay, what does that mean? Usually what that means is this person is saying that they have a relationship with God. Maybe they pray, maybe they meditate, maybe they read scripture, but what they really mean is they're not actively involved in the life of the church. They think they can do this life of faith thing all by themselves. They don't need other people. They don't need the organized religion of the church, so to speak. Well, in one sense, it's true that we all have our own individual relationships with God, right? Nobody can do that for you. But we also need the community of faith to help us grow. And others in the community of faith need us to help them grow. On the flip side of things, there are some people who are religious but aren't spiritual. In this case, these people are actively involved in the life of the church. They'll come to worship, they'll go to Bible study, they'll go to activities, they'll go out and serve their neighbor with their church family. They'll do these kind of things. But when was the last time that this person read the Bible on their own? Or how active is their prayer life? When did they think about their own relationship with God? When did they nurture it? When did they just spend time with God on their own? Is the only time they pray on Sunday mornings? Is the only time they hear the Bible when it's read on Sunday mornings during worship? There are some people who are really good about being involved in the life of the church, but they're not very spiritual. They don't really seem to have this deep, intimate relationship with God. However, there are people who are both spiritual and religious. These are the people who have a strong and healthy and active personal relationship with God, and they are actively involved in the life of the church to help others have a strong, healthy, personal relationship with God. You see how the two go together? That when they're involved in the life of the church, it's because they want others to have the same kind of relationship with God that they have. They're not there just to sing some songs, say some prayers, do some nice things for others, and then go home. They are there because they want other people to have this close relationship with God, and it shows. Maybe you are one of these people, or maybe you know one of these people. You just admire their faith. I've known people like this. They're not arrogant, they're not full of themselves. Usually they're very humble people, but they take their relationship with God very seriously. And they also take their involvement in the life of the church very seriously, too. So there are some people in life who think they can be spiritual but not religious, think that they can do this relationship with God thing without anybody else. There are some people who are religious but not spiritual. They get caught up in the life of the church and the activities and what's going on, but they miss the actual personal relationship with God. But then finally, there are people who are both. People who are both actively spiritual and people who are actively religious. Please leave a comment to this video and let me know what you think is the relationship between being spiritual and being religious. Thanks for watching.